These are the best MT4 Forex brokers in the USA in 2024. I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing USA brokers for over a decade now, and we've looked at the latest in CFD and Forex broker trends.
In this video, we're going to uncover the best MT4 Forex brokers in the United States in 2024. Before we get into it, stay tuned for the end of the video where we uncover the best broker for trading stocks and equities in the United States in 2024. All right, Justin, let's get into it. 2024, new year. We are covering off the best MT4 brokers in the United States in this video. Why don't you take it away?
Okay, there's not many, Noam. At the end of the day, the US is very regulated, with the CFTC and the NFA having only a handful of brokers, and of those, only a few actually offer the most popular trading platform, MetaTrader 4. So we've listed all of them. So are only 4 brokers offering MetaTrader 4. These are the regulated brokers, and on the top of the list, it was OANDA.
Okay. So number one, OANDA. We obviously recommend OANDA for a few things, and I think they are the most trusted broker in the world in 2024. Is that correct?
Exactly. So OANDA isn't just regulated in the USA, it's regulated in Europe, it's regulated in Australia, it's regulated in Asia, and it's a huge broker. So they can be trusted, and they have a huge user base. Now there's much more than just trust, okay? We compared the standard accounts. That's the accounts with no commission, and OANDA had the lowest. So you can see that on our page, the full analysis there. But for a lot of traders, especially those new to trading, they want the standard account. They don't want to pay commissions. They want to know what the actual fees are. So how much am I going to make or lose on a trade? But without commissions, it's very easy to calculate on that type of account.
Okay.
One more point before we go is the customer service. OANDA has the best customer service of any of the brokers that we measured. We both opened accounts. So has Dave. So has Tegan. So the team have opened accounts. We do live chat. We sometimes call, email. Fastest response times. Very accurate information. You could tell that most of them were actual traders. But we also looked at other websites awards, and they've won several awards when it comes to this area. So it's definitely their sweet spot. So standard account, customer service, and trust.
Okay, so that's number one. Number 2 on the list was Forex.com. Do you want to tell the guys about Forex.com?
Okay, so let's flip it around. So I just said OANDA for the standard account. Now, Forex.com is for the raw account. So that's an account that has a commission and the spread. So it's got a combination of both. A lot of more advanced traders like trading this way. Certainly we like to trade that way overseas, not in the US. But if you're looking for that, then Forex.com has the lower fees. So then we'd be saying, go for Forex.com. Like OANDA, we're talking about a global brand. It can often have its name different depending on the market, but it is global, can be trusted, offering MT4 as well as other platforms, but I'd certainly be going down that route if you're going for that commission style account.
Okay, so that's number 1 OANDA, number 2 Forex.com. Number 3 is IG. Obviously, they're a household name. Everyone's heard of IG in the space. What did you like about IG specifically?
So IG is really easy to use. So they've got their own platform, which I actually prefer over MT4 if you're choosing IG. I do love MT4, but IG's proprietary platform's easy to use, but they've also made MT4 a bit more easier as well. So they have a lot of educational resources, for very basic, how to trade with them, the different ways to trade, good educational pack. But the actual platform has a few extra charting and just a better user interface. It's hard to put your finger on, but when you've used MT4 as long as Noam and I, you can just see the little tweaks that maybe for an advanced person is quite frustrating, but for a beginner, you'd probably prefer it. And I'd also say their news is really good. So they definitely are going for more that beginner market. In the US, it's very different in the UK, which is more where they're based, and they go for more of a niche area, and but I'd say IG, if you're a newbie, I'd probably consider them above the other trade brokers we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's just summarize the top three that for MT4 brokers in the USA in 2024, just for the viewers back home. So very quickly, IG came in at number 3 because we thought that it was pretty easy to use.
Easy to use,
functionality-wise,
education,
news, etc. We thought that it was really out of the box. It was pretty easy to use, comparatively to some of the other brokers. Obviously not the cheapest when it comes to fees.
No.
At number 2, we recommended Forex.com. We like Forex.com specifically for the raw account. So, they obviously offer MT4 being the most popular trading platform in the world.
So it's more of the EA. So, more advanced traders that like using automation. In this case with MT4, that's called expert advisors. Definitely the raw account is picked more often. Normally it's actually got faster execution speed as part of that package. So if you're looking for that, go for Forex.com.
Okay, and number 1 on the list in the United States was OANDA for a number of reasons, but if we're specifically talking about MT4, which is what our video is all about today, we like the standard account. And the reason why we like the standard account is because for most traders, they just want to know where they stand, right?
Yep.
They don't want to have, issues with, pricing and slippage and stuff like that. They just want to know exactly what the price is going to be to trade, so that they can work out what their profitability is going to be like.
Yeah, normally beginners to more intermediate traders prefer standard account. As Norm said, OANDA has the lowest fees when it comes to that one, and then they're the most trusted and the best customer support. So it's a really compelling package, and that's why they're one of the fastest growing brokers within the US.
Okay. Justin, at the start of the video, we mentioned that there was a broker that you and I actually use personally that is fantastic in the US for trading stocks and equities. Obviously, we're based in Australia, but these guys are obviously regulated in the States. They're regulated in Australia as well. They really provide customers with access to the markets all over the world, but particularly in the United States. Do you want to tell the guys who that broker is?
Sure, so it's Interactive Brokers. That's who we both personally trade with. We like them for a few reasons. First of all, the fees, okay? It's one of the lowest fees of any. Now there are the fee-free ones, but we're talking about being able to trade a vast range of markets, both domestically and in places like Hong Kong, the UK, etc., and trying to keep those fees low. So there's 2 parts to the fees. There's the fees when you're actually purchasing the share, but there's also currency conversion fees. So let's say you're going to trade on the Hang Seng. You're going to need to move your money from the USD to the Hong Kong dollar, and a lot of the actual brokers are quite cheeky and they give you really poor exchange rates, so the spreads are really poor. Interactive Brokers is almost that perfect Google exchange rate, I call it. So you've got low fees, you've got low, and then the actual range of markets is what we like.
Yeah.
So yeah, most things you can trade, most markets, and most ways of trading. Let's say options, futures, etc. Downside is the interface is pretty garbage. We're going to say right there.
It's a difficult platform to use. Took us a long time to kind of get our heads around it. Obviously took a long time to actually set it up in terms of like the onboarding, etc.
Yeah, it's more used by institutional, like most institutional traders will use them. It's that simple. So if you're willing to commit, get used to the interface, you will get it through with Interactive Brokers.
Okay. Justin, that's all that we have time for today. Guys, just before we finish this video, please don't hesitate to leave us a comment and like, share and subscribe. And again, if you have any suggestions on some videos you'd like us to create for you, we're actually commencing our 1v1 broker review videos currently, because we've had a lot of requests for people to kind of ask us to compare, like say, one broker versus another and what makes that one broker better versus another. So we're well into that right now, but if you have any suggestions, don't hesitate to leave us a comment in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Thank you.